Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet World. Tracy here, and here's something that I haven't done in a while, and that is an Open With Me for Knitting magazine. And this is simply knitting, and it has free with it the knitter and spring knits for kids. So yeah, quite a lot in this pack. We've got latest shopping, great knitting buys, fabulous fibres made by you, and 4-in-1 mega pack. Big Eye Daring Needles, Kids Knits, Pattern Book, Simply Knitting Magazine, and the Knitter Magazine. Okay, so this is the Big Eye. I don't get on with them myself. I don't know about you guys. I kept coming unthreaded when I tried to use them. Oh, let's have a little look at the back then. Win this huge Yarnsmith prize. We've got duckling pullover, egg cozies. I have some crochet egg cozies on my channel, but I don't have any knitted ones. Okay, so let's get in, and while I am struggling to open this, if you have not done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It's very sticky. And the notification bell. If you click it to all, you won't get all, because they don't really do that anymore. They only notify some, so that won't happen. Okay, let's make sure we get everything out of this. So I had a bit of a mishap. And what was that, I hear you ask? Well, we went to the shop and we went to buy the magazine. Bought a magazine, a nice crochet one, and while I had made use of the ladies' room, my partner lost it. So it was the last one on their shelves. I got in touch with them and they said if we come down and show the receipt, then they'll give me another one. I thought they won't be able to, and they said put it back, because that's the reason they do that, is because they put it back on the shelves if they find one. So they sell it twice. So I went down to the store and I couldn't find my receipt, and the lovely assistant said just take one, doesn't matter. So there wasn't one, so I've got this in its place. So that's why I have a Simply Knitting. I haven't done these for ages. I kind of had lots of subscriptions to magazines at one point, and it was just getting too expensive, so I kind of cut down. But it's good to have a little look. I mean, I do knit. I do like knitting. It's good to sort of have a little look and see. Oh, bear with me 1 second, guys. I kind of forgot to see the price on it, which should be here. So it would have been £11.99, so £12. So £9.99 is your usual price for the magazines roughly now. So £2 extra, and it's meant to be free. That's what I always find when they do these bumper ones that are free, all these free gifts and everything else, they're not really free. There's always a little cost involved in them. And it sort of makes you wonder, doesn't it? So anyway, I could have found that there. I didn't really look, did I? Inspiration, experts, shopping, Knit Leon, he's cute, very cute. Ruffled elegance, that's kind of a very stylish looking pullover. We've got a scarf, we've got socks, we've got that pullover that I mentioned, and the Easter egg cozies. Okay, let's have a look. Always the obligatory kind of hello bit. And there we go. We've got a little cardigan with kind of cute top. We've got, well, a very oversized vest top. We've got a wall hanging, my least favourite thing in all the world, but never mind. And then we've got a very unusual men's sweater there. It's a bit sexist, but there you go. We've got a cushion. We've got a cable knit jumper, and the rest you've seen. So let's have a look and skip the ads. I give to you this month Big Eye Darning Needles and Spring Knits Pattern Book. So you know what's going to happen to these, don't you? What I always do is pop them in to orders. When people order from hobbyrocks.co.uk, you'll find a link to my shop in the description box below with a voucher code that's valid on quite a lot of things, but not obviously sale items or mystery bags. If you can hear my cat, I do apologise. She's demanding feeding. She's already been fed, but never mind. So yeah, these are the big eye darning needles, and I get so many gifts and things in my magazines. I always pop them in orders because unless it's something I really, really want to keep, which is very, very rare. So, must have in the next issue, we've got some spiral, and they look like cats, which is extremely hilarious because I have colourful ones of these. Colourful cat stitch markers, which I also stick in people's orders. So, yeah, that's just an advert. We won't bother with them. So, we have the shopping events, inspiration, people and views. And unfortunately, it won't tell you to shop at hobbyrocks.co.uk. They don't know I exist, so it befalls to me to tell you all about it. So that's pretty. The Power of Pastels. That's Rico Creative Power Cotton DK. Now that's nice. If I wanted to stock Rico, I've got to buy quite a lot of it, so I haven't done so yet. But maybe one day. A lot of the knitting magazines are heavy on the wool content. Knitting and wool seem to go really hand in hand, but I'm allergic to wool, so here's that. Now I've got this in my shop. I absolutely love it, and I've got all of the patterns as well. I really, really like that. It's so nice, and it's not expensive either, which is the colour burst I mean. It is not expensive. Their chromatic is a little more. I think it's got some wool content, but this is acrylic and it is beautiful yarn. Absolutely gorgeous colours, and I really, really like it a lot. Stylecraft Soft Pastels, that is an advert for. Dainty Petals, this is called. I quite like this. This reminds me of something that I would have worn back in the early 80s or around about that time when everything was girly. Do you remember that? And well, then the shoulder pads arrived. Now this goes from a 4 to 5 up to a 36 to 38. So 4 to 6 rather, 4 to 6. So what is that? Bust size is a 28 to 30. Okay, strange sizing, but let's move on. Get the Look shows you where you can buy all the accessories that the model was kind of strapping her stuff in. Stay in Touch. This is where you write in and you also get to show them yours soon, or on that page, I don't know. This is All Warmed Up. Combine a quartet of colours in the most magical way with this interlaced wrap by Jacinta Bowie. Or maybe it's Bowie, sorry, like David. So yeah, that's kind of sweet. I quite like that. Handy Fox purse, if you want to knit a purse. For your children, I should say, really. But yeah, okay. And then we've got the Lucky Ducks. Perfect Your Fair Isle. Okay, this is by Sophie Jordan. Brighten their wardrobe with this fun, cosy and timeless duckling Fair Isle jumper. Lots of, so we've got, find your size. 3M, 3 months? Yep, up to 6 years. So that's quite a large size range in that. And we've got the chart. If you want charts, that's always love a chart. And the back is a stripe of the colours. So if you want to subscribe, you can get this $35.95 Sheepy's little Diddy yarn bundle. They're like those miniatures. They are 10 grams, which shows you they're just like tiny. So this is Cool Contrast. Plain stocking stitch colour interrupted by a chevron of Effortless Faux Fair Isle by Pat Mancini. So this is by King Cole, this Fair Isle yarn. I used to have some in my shop, but it didn't really sell as well, so I don't have it anymore. I do have a pattern that's free for it though. Okay, we've got the James C. Brett Scandi Aran. Now I do have that. Let's go closer, shall we? And get a better view of it. We can zoom as well. So this is the Scandi Aran, and I do stock that. It has a wool content. They are big old 150 gram balls, but they are big. I don't do the Signet Mole, but I've seen it. I just can't really stock those. I think they're kind of ordinary, if you know what I mean. Try to get things that are a little more interesting. Now I do the I do the Impressions Aran. I'd forgotten I'd put this on top of it. So yeah, that was a bit silly. This is lovely. So soft. I can really recommend that. So we've got the Peruvian Pal. Knit your own llama toy using soft fluffy yarn, complete with charming hat and scarf. He's perfect for cozy cuddles by Claire Ferrell. Now, it could be Fair Isle, couldn't it? But she's Ferrell. Not feral, Fair-all. Fair-all, that's important to say. You know, just saying. I kind of like him. Oh, hang on. Ooh, there we go. I kind of like him. Make sure it's not paused, because sometimes it does. Nope, it's fine. So yeah, this is, I like it, and it's not too tricky either. Don't you like, that's a godsend that it's not too tricky. You know why? Because it's furry. It's just all probably one sort of stitch. It's either going to be just stocking stitch, as we call it in the UK, or it's just going to be garter stitch, because you can't see the stitches. It's just the fur. So make it the easiest possible. This is the competition we'll go by. Casual colour, Simply Spring Cover Up. It's a little bit on the shapeless side, but Chloe Elizabeth Birch has designed this. She does a lot of the crochet ones as well, I think. But yeah, I like the colours. I really like that colour. But it's a bit on the baggy side. If you're into that sort of romantic look, then that's for you. More adverts. Outdoor play. So hardware and practical cables make a great fabric for a warm and cosy zip cardigan by VOUCHER de France. So there we are. It's a zip up one. My mum used to make lots and lots of those cable neck cardigans and jumpers. Never ever did it for me. She made everything else for me, but just not that. 8 years up to 14 years. So there we go. That's over quite a few pages. And there are the charts for it. Love a chart. Gotta love a chart. Sweet dreams. Send your precious treasures off to sleep with this pretty pastel wall hanging by Amanda Berry. So I can understand that in a child's room. I'm not a massive fan of wall hangings, but mobiles and things in kids' rooms, yes. So what I really would love is if in Simply Crochet they had this page. The take a break, have a crossword, bit of Sudoku. This is what magazines used to be about. You know, a little bit of fun in them. And Simply Knitting has it. So they could easily put that in Simply Crochet, couldn't they? I think we'd all like that. This is called Flower Burst Socks, and it's by Bronna Miskelly. Yeah, I'm going to go over a few pages, I guess. Knitting know-how, so we've got to the How To Doy Bits, which are also there, always there, I mean. Fancy Lines, flood your sofa with vibrant colours. Mary Henderson's Cushion. It's quite nice. It's actually very nice, actually. And what have we got? This is that Get Fancy. In the market for something a little special, Martin Stories alpaca jumper adds generous portion of luxury to everyday wardrobe. Now, I'd be okay with alpaca because it's meant to be hypoallergenic. This is a Rowan yarn. It won't be cheap. But having said that, they very rarely make alpaca yarn. They usually pair it with another wool, which, you know, might not be a good idea for me. So yeah, here we go. 100% alpaca, so there we go. I could have that one. But I have no idea how much it'll cost. They don't like to show that, obviously. So yeah. Anyway, from a 4 to 6 up to a 36 to 38. So that's, again, weird sizing. This 4 to 6, 8 to 10, 10 to 12. So that's really small, isn't it? I'd say like teenager. Like, if you're thin, that is. If you've missed an issue, you can get hold of them. How To Doy Bits yet again. In the next issue, there's more cabling, there's baby stuff, and gifts. There's all kinds of stuff. And then we've got a koala bear, and we've got this little fire engine set. And there's the egg heads. I have to say mine are cuter than just saying. Anyway, I would say that, but no, they are. Now, this is another yarn that I really like. This is the King Cole Jamboree. And I was thinking of getting that next time I order from them. I love their new... Did I buy it? I can't even remember. So here's our freebie. As I say, I found those... way I hold my needle... They're very long though, aren't they? Don't you find them really, really long? Maybe you could just go like this all the way along and then just... Very long. Anyway, they'll go in somebody's. One of the supplements, Spring Knits for Kids. A cheerful chick, spring socks, and a cuddly lamb. Let's go. There you go. See him up closer. It's small. And that's got a bunny on it, look. See the bunny? Very taupe. Okay, so there's not that many patterns. We've seen them all, I think. But the jumper is by Ruth Maddock. And it's a 0 to 6 months up to a 24 to 36 months. And we've got the chart. Yeah, hey, you know me and a chart. And then we've got the little lambkins. Okie dokie. And here's Angela Turner's lamb. Bunny Hugs, the socks by Drops. That's getting in the way. Another magazine to review in a minute. Miss Chirps by Claire Farrells. That is well cute. I like the chick. It's very pretty. Isn't he lovely? Something about just plain knitting, isn't there, that's beautiful. But not necessarily all plain crochet. That bores me a bit. But seeing knitting is different. That's one supplement. Now we've got the knitter. So we've got Cozy Knits for the new year. This is obviously old and they've just bunged it in. So knitting know-how winter style. Yep, it's definitely old. So let's have a little whistle stop tour of this because it's winter somewhere, right guys? Yep. Okay. That was 2 pages, but it was just the insidey bit. Jacinta Bowie. She's got a nice oversized pullover. That is nice. I like that. I'd have to make the arms a tad shorter, but yeah, that is pretty nice. And what I like is the older model in this. Not just all young and gorgeous. They're old and gorgeous. So we've got bust sizes from, they're all in centimetre, 30. I found inches. From a 30 up to a 62, so quite a good size range. So we're looking at the clover. What's the word I'm looking for? Needles. But yeah, I'm not sure that I like bamboo to crochet or knit with. To be honest, I'm not a fan. I like my sort of metal. I'm a bit old school. So we've got some books. We've got Memory Lane by Claudia Quintanilla. 19 patterns. Shows how embellishments can be used to enhance and personalise knitted pieces. Knitting Bag of Tricks, the official workbook by Patty Lyons. This companion to Patty Lyons' brilliantly helpful, accessible knitting bag of tricks is filled with exercises to help you improve your knitting skills. And Imogen Bright Moon has Wild Yarn. Fascinating approach to hand spinning, explores how to create unique, richly textured yarn using raw wool and plant fibres. There you go. Circular needles. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. Pro Takumi circular needles. So they've got a piece on them, but you know, each two. Yeah, we'd be all the same. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? But I can't do bamboo. I can't. It's got to be metal for me in anything. Really, more adverts. Events guide. Wow, there's lots, isn't there? Learn to thrum your own Christmas mittens. Thrum. What is thrumming? Anyone have a clue? Making up and finishing. They're all in London, but they're December, so we won't even bother. This was Sylvia's promise. Okay, we can't read that. That's just a kind of an ad. That's obviously out of date. That's pretty. It's called Rhiannon by Kath Andrews. That is very, very pretty and lacy. I like that. We've got some mittens by Belle Heather. They're Belle Heather by Carol Meldrum. Belle Heather. Okay, that's the name of them. Belle Heather. Getting confused. Yarn choices. Yeah, there's lots in there, aren't there? Like World of Wool, War and the Gang, Hey Mama Wolf, Cat and the Sparrow, Yarn Smith, and Rowan. So I find most of those a bit on the expensive side, unfortunately. I'm not a yarn snob, but I know the difference between a nice yarn and a cheap yarn. But at the same time, I don't feel the need. What on earth has gone wrong there? I don't feel the need to have mega expensive yarn. So, here we go. I figured it out, guys. This is how to do this plaid. Lucy George plaid up. Tartan gets a modern twist on this vibrant slip stitch sweater. So yeah, here we go. That is over. You can pull that out, can't you, and keep the whole thing, which is a pretty interesting way of doing that. Confused me for a bit though. Okay, so we've got Myrna by Chloe Elizabeth Birch. There's some really nice knitting designs in these things. Very nice. It's a shame this is out of date. They just decide to put it in. They do that sometimes when they've got an abundance of them, don't they? Bundle them. And then you think you're getting something new. Georgia Farrell's Alto. So we've got a bolster cushion. And this is Emma Vining, Vining Farrow. F-A-R-O. Farrow. I wouldn't know. It rhymes. Rhymes, I'm a poet. I didn't even know it. We'll move on. Queen of Diamonds by Carrie Hestness. Doing really good here, aren't I, with the names? Really. Okay, we'll move on. That's just an editorial. And this is Annette by Anakin Alice. Yep, that's quite nice. But now it's not. I'm not really keen on these ones that are weird shapes. I guess that goes over your shoulder. So, it's got a function. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I might like them if I tried it. Pat Mancini, Abernethy. Very good, that one, isn't it? Looks very kind of professional, that one. A Special Homecoming. Is this... yeah, specialty. This is all about Stylecraft and opening them own kind of mill and doing all their own yarn, bringing in the raw product and actually the whole process at Yorkshire mills. Isn't that? And this brilliant, isn't it? No, we can't read that, can we? It's a bit nuts. Orbit Cowl. Done one very similar to this actually myself. This is called Walsy by Mary Henderson. I wonder where they get these names from. So, yeah, different kind of striping, but pretty. Reader offers, so go on cruises, saving 5% on all ambassador cruises, that sort of thing. The Estonian cast-on method, if you can follow it in pictures, you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din. Okay, this is Quiberon, Berger de France. Quiberon. It's nice, though. It's like the kind of cardigan I'd wear. Yeah, look, very nice. I like that. And then the Masterclass Archive. What's that for? Discover the range of techniques explored by the knitter. Okay, the knitter next month. Well, obviously, that's just kind of moot point, isn't it? Because this is for winter style. So this was my bundle. You have no idea what you're getting when you open these. It does say there's a knitter inside. Doesn't say it's winter. So these are the gifts, and it was $11.99. So tell me, guys, what do you think? Do you like the idea of them putting in a little supplement like that may not be relevant to now, but you've got it to keep, and you can do those when the weather starts to get a bit cooler? So yeah, let me know what you think in the description box. That's my box. In the comment section. I always get it mixed up. It's just me when I'm rattling it off and I get the wrong words. So anyway, I haven't done a knitting magazine in quite a while. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now.